6:30 in the morning. Beautiful. It's been quiet like this all night. Literally no sounds at all other than some fish splashing every hour or so. That's it. So very peaceful. It's cooler this morning. I woke up at 4 in the morning. Had to put on my merino wool base layer to warm up. So other than that, I was warm. My sleeping pad is insulated, has an R value of, I don't know, 4.5 or 5. Plus I have the Kamek field blanket wrapped around that. So it was actually quite a nice sleep, especially since the ground was flat. But yeah, just got up, gonna catch the sunrise. I think I'll get a good view here. And then gonna make a fire now, kind of warm up by the fire for a bit, watch the sunrise. Picked up some of Mother Nature's fire starter at the last campsite, so everything's pretty wet right now, just from the moisture condensation from the temperature dropping last night, so this should help. Oh, that fire feels nice. See a bunch of fish splashing around, so I'm gonna try to catch breakfast. There's the sun peeking out finally. I've been casting for a while. I've tried a couple different crankbaits, a spoon, jig with a twister, and no bites. So I remember my last fall solo, I didn't have much luck either, so maybe it's just me. I was catching fish earlier this year, so it's not like I don't know how to fish, but I do find on my solo I'm not fishing as much, so I guess that probably reduces my odds of catching it. Plus fishing from shore, so not totally surprised. But anyways, I threw out a bobber with just a split shot and a imitation worm on it, and just so I can make a non-fish breakfast and kind of get things ready. So, but whether I catch fish or not, it's still amazing being out here. The best. Oh yeah. Just gonna let it boil a few seconds more just because it's lake water. So on the menu, Backpacker's Pantry peanut butter raisin oatmeal. It comes with a peanut butter packet. I brought my own and it's heavy, so I'm gonna put some in there. And then some Tim Hortons instant coffee. That gets about 240. Nothing like coffee in the morning. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, forgot this one. That's close. Just looking at the map. So yesterday I started on the small island here, all the way around down here, and currently camping right here. So I'm gonna make my way down. Looks like there's a portage there. Not sure how long that one is. It's 400 meters or so, so that one might actually be a longer portage. Go along here, make my way, then there's a 350 apparently, but based on the topo map it looks like there's some distances. There's no rapids, it's just land. We cut across another portage, 165, 32, short portage here, 40, and this big one, 870. And then I plan to camp here. And then that leaves all the way along here and back into Side Rock Lake, and then into Wallace. So this must be maybe where Haggart ends and then starts to veer off. Whatever body of water this is, and then goes back up to the Woonapigao. So looks like a big day ahead. Just pushed off from camp. Later start today, 10 o'clock. Had every intention of leaving bright and early. But then it was such a beautiful morning. It was up at 4 to put on some warmer clothes. And it was quiet. You couldn't hear anything. No wind, no animals, nothing. And woke up, not the best sunrise as it's overcast. But there's nice fog covering the water. It was just a nice relaxing morning. So it took a little extra time. Got a couple of long portages ahead of me on the map. It looks like they're not rapids, it's actually crossing land. So I'm pretty sure those are going to be fairly long. And hopefully they're well marked, because that could really throw a wrench into my game plan if someone hasn't been down there recently. Apparently the portage is somewhere in there. Oh boy, I hope it's flagged. If not, that's a pretty thick bush to get through. Just looking for some marking tape or blaze. There's a big ridge right there, so obviously it's to the right of that. So it's so far, I don't see anything. Looks like a trail here, but I don't know if that's a moose trail or not. So far, I don't see anything, so I have to get out and look around. So far, I haven't seen anything, but the way these logs are placed, maybe somebody did that. A lot of moose tracks. No signs of people yet. Looking for down trees, anything with marking tape. But I don't see anything so far. quite muddy. That spot is up to my knees in mud. So I'm just gonna go up a bit closer to shore, where when the water's high, my guess is that's where the portage would be, where it'd start in the high ground. It's just too swampy there. So on the map it showed to the left here, so best guess. So I'm gonna get up here, see if I can see any markings. If not, I'm gonna check with the map and look at my GPS and plot a course. Not a good start. Maybe my luck ran out today. So first obstacle of the trip. Can't seem to find where the trail is, so everything was marked pretty good up to this point. I can kind of see approximately what the portage looked like on the map. And then with my topographic maps on my GPS and my paper copies, and I have my compass as well. Should be able to find my way. It's not that far, and there's some obvious features with kind of the high ridges and stuff like that. So I can probably navigate through that, no problem. And yeah, I'll start marking some tape and blaze my own trail for now. And hopefully I'll meet up with a trail along the way. So my first few steps in. Just looking at the map, got my compass out, got everything, and I don't know, it kind of looks like a blaze. I don't know if I'm seeing things or if that's just the way it burned. About 170 meters in, thick bush marking my way. It's just slowing me down, but I'm gonna make sure I can find my way back. Just gonna go up on top of this rock here that I can see on my topo map. Just stay to the left, so I'm just gonna get up here and see if I can take a look and see where I can see the other body of water. Well, I'm at the top here. Looks like that's where I want to go, in there somewhere. It's not bad walking up top, but it's pretty thick down low. I could see I went the wrong way, since there's no way off this side. I gotta go down, back in there. Almost there. Just gotta get over this. I'm following a game trail. Gotta be a moose to walk through this crap. But hoping that leads the way up and around to the water. Look at this. Cut wood. I think I found the old portage trail. Maybe I'll see on the way back if I can find it. I think I've been so excited to see cut wood before. It's nice to know that I met up right where the trail is, so must have been doing something right. I think I took a long way around, but I was following the terrain and this is where it led me. I was taking a little break. Oh, glad to see I made it. There's the water. Awesome. So on the way back, I'm gonna see, maybe it's a little clearer, and then just see where that lands. This wood's kind of blocking the trail, so I'm gonna take a few minutes just to cut it down. There we go. All ready for the canoe. Sure, now I see marking tape. There and there, right at the end. More cutting, yay. Oh, that was the trek. Cutting wood doesn't help the energy level. So I'm gonna fuel up here and then head back and grab the remaining stuff. So we'll see if I can find the original trail. If so, I might take that just to save myself from climbing up this large rock, which wasn't too bad once you're up there walking, so it's actually not too bad. The blaze right there. Here's another blaze. So the trail looks pretty nice. I'm gonna follow it. Go this way. this turns out better, I'll backtrack just a little bit and remove some of my marking tape so people don't get confused. See, I went up and over that, and this goes around it, which makes more sense, but I couldn't find the start of it. And the bush is thick. It's hard to make a decision. You kind of go the path of least resistance. It's hard to see these blazes on the burnt trees. So I'm gonna add some marking tape. See a lot of old marking tape. It's on the ground. You know, trees fall down and stuff. Just making it easier for the next person. The big question is, how far am I gonna be away from my canoe? Here's the tape. So I paddled right by it. So I'm just on the other side there. That's kind of where it looked like when I looked on the paddle planner map, but now that I'm here, this makes a lot of sense. So probably could have saved myself a good 30-40 minutes just looking up this way. So you can see the top track is the one I blazed, because I couldn't find this entrance, but here's the actual trail that I found on the way back. That one is 380 meters. The way I took was, I think, 470. So it saves 100 meters from the direction I took. There you go. It's learning time. It actually wasn't too far, maybe 70 meters from where I first went in. And the next ones I'm going to do a lot more paddling. So an extra 5-10 minutes of paddling saved me up to an hour. So there's the marking tape right in here. It's just to the right of that sloped rock face. Finally done with that portage. Oh man. That was quite the adventure. When I first got there, just the initial realization that you can't find it, and then trying to digest plotting your own course, and then doubting yourself, can I do it? Do I want to do it? All that takes about a half an hour to go through a little bit of a mental roller coaster. Then probably another 30-40 minutes blazing a new trail, marking it along the way, checking your navigation. And yeah, that all takes time. So probably burned a good hour. When I walked back on the trail, it was 11 minutes. So should have taken me about 40 minutes in total, 45 minutes. Instead it took me, I don't even know. It's probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So glad to be done that on the water. I need to refill my water bottle, and I don't think I have a portage for the next hour or so. But behind schedule, so I gotta make up ground. On the map, it doesn't show a portage or rapids. It looks pretty narrow. Hopefully there's enough water to get through. Thought I was recording. I guess there's just a glare on my phone. I can't see, but just went through that narrow part. Then I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get through, but it's a nice little river with little lily pads and stuff. I was saying it's a nice spot right where you'd think you'd see a moose kind of taking a bath on a hot day like today. But nope, don't know where all the animals are. I guess that's just the result of a lot of forest fires, I guess. That one little tree just all by himself. See, the topo map on my GPS shows that I'm paddling on land right now. It shows you if you have topo, which this one's probably old, it's probably not, maybe there's updates, but it's good to have multiple things to reference to. So I got the actual paper topo map, my GPS, and various printouts from Paddle Planner and some satellite imagery and stuff that areas that look kind of tricky, I basically print them out just so I can get a bit more detail on them. It's deceiving, some of these areas, just such a narrow little path. I can see it opening up on the right hand side there. Been paddling for about 4 kilometers so far. Making good time because there's no wind, just glass in the water. See, the burn is really evident here. Everything's pretty small. That's just the new growth after the fire, I guess. Pretty neat. It's a weird feeling because it's nothing, like, aside from some ducks, nothing going on here. So I guess they're, for predators, there's not much in the way of food anymore right now, I guess. Things like moose and that, I don't know when they're not around, but I guess with the fires it pushed a lot of the wildlife out or killed a lot of them, I imagine too. But I haven't seen a single grouse since I got off of Buckland Lake, which is odd. There should be tons of them. Alright, this might be a little tight. Yeah, that's what I thought. It goes right across. Wasn't thinking on that one. Oh, there's rocks. Come on. There you go. Good. Still looks pretty bouldery here. Slow. Oh. Just caught it at the last second there. Could have been worse. Another portage. This is 350. The other one was I don't have it written down, but the other one was, I think, fairly accurate too. So that's what I'm expecting. There's some high ridges here, a lot of terrain, which might help me find the portage. So I'm gonna do a good search, see if I can find some marking tape or a blaze, something that indicates that people were here. I mean, sometimes it's even a matter of just cut logs or logs that people put there to roll their canoe up. So anything like that will do. Well, I'm guessing it's right there. There's not really any choice. You got to go in between the rock there. Looking at the topo map, I kind of go, I'll have to go, where am I going? About southwest. Keep this ridge on my right and hope for the best. On a closer look, this looks kind of sketchy. There's no way that makes sense to get up there. Well, I'm gonna back up a bit and see if there's something else. There's another low spot just back a little ways. You take a look. Doesn't seem right. So this is the only other possible spot that cuts this ridge. So it's gotta be here. Please be here. Oh yeah, flagging tape. We got some tape. Nice. Takeout is the shit though. Guess you can't have it all. You come in spring, early in the year, high water, in those boggy areas just kill you. Come in the fall, it's low, but the takeout spots kill you. All right, oh, there's tape right there. So this looks like the spot. Just gonna find the best approach here. All right, here's the start. Saw tape up there, so I gotta walk along down here. All right, now I gotta go up here. I'm assuming it's gonna be easy walking once I get up. So far, tape well marked. Always got to look around to see if I missed something. I cut another branch. It's kind of tricky right off the start to find it, but then I saw some cut stumps, and then there's this cairn here, so headed in the right direction. Oh, there's another one there. Awesome. There's the lake. Pretty well marked. A couple spots where you got to stop and kind of just go with the flow until you see another marker. So I may lay down some additional marking tape there. There, made it. This part, probably pretty accurate, around 390 meters. I have 400 on my GPS, but I have to walk around a bit to get my bearings straight. So. All right, right on. There was a fish there. All right, another portage done. Wasn't too bad to navigate right at the beginning. It was a little confusing. You had to kind of zigzag to make your way up the cliff. And then there's a few spots. There's cairns, rock cairns, and some tape that was faded. It wasn't too bad, but it was easy to miss, especially when there was in the bare rock area. So I added some more marking tape all over the place to make it a lot easier for the next person. There's some tree blazes, but with the fire, are they just hard to see, or they're just gone? The trees are just not there. But looking at some of the logs that were cut and the tape, probably someone's been down here this year, I would think. Oh, it's hot. Thank goodness there's a slight breeze. Pretty toasty. It's a lot cooler with the life jacket off. But when you're out solo, it's safety first. Not gonna risk it, especially when you get tired. Might hit a rock right in the middle of the water here and go for a little swim. So on the river, I'll take it off sometimes. Kind of shallower areas. I like to leave it on. There's my shins. I had some protection from the sock, but that's the sock with the hole in it now. And just going through a lot of down trees, and they're dry and sharp when you snap them. So I'm gonna have to take care of those when I get to camp. Oh, look at these guys. There they go, off to those big birds. Almost looks like they're walking on water, hey? So cool. They'll probably come circle around at some point. Finally, some wildlife. It's about 3:45. I think I'm behind schedule. I'm just timing myself right now to see if I'll make it. I don't know if I have enough in my gas tank to do that 870 meter portage, but we'll see when I get closer to it what my timing looks like. So I probably want to estimate, I don't know, 25 minutes trip, you know, so we're an hour 15 minutes to complete that portage. So I'll do the math once I get closer and see what's what. It is that point right now though that it feels like I'm pulling an anchor. No matter how hard I paddle, the canoe's the same pace. Coming up another portage. Should be 165 meters is what it says. So it seems like these estimates are fairly accurate. It's going across land. It's the ones around the rapids which turned out to be less, which makes sense as it could change from year to year depending on the water levels. So just gotta look for some markers. It's a low spot over here, so somewhere in there. Looks like a good takeout spot. It's probably the portage, I'm guessing. Could be wrong, but there's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, looks like the spot. Some rock cairns there. I go that way. Right on. Here's the start, I take it. Where do I go from here? I want to say I go that way. Looks like a trail. But I've said that before, so I'm just gonna go up here, look for another rock cairn. Kind of looks like a clearing way over there. I wonder. Oh, I couldn't find the trail. So one rock cairn right at the beginning, and then that's it. So I made it to the other lake, but that was over 340 meters, meandering through deadfall. So I think I'm gonna take a walk just along the shore with my pack, and maybe I'll see something. There's nothing along this shore. It seems like the shortest route to this lake. So I'm thinking if I go back down along the shore there, I'll run into something, hopefully. Just finished that portage. It's definitely the worst one ever, I think, that I've ever had. There's a rock cairn at the beginning. So much flow down, everything's burnt. I couldn't find any other cairns. Couldn't find any blazes, couldn't find any cut wood. Yeah, so I followed it for a little bit. I walked around to start, still couldn't find anything. I walked along the shore to the east, didn't see anything. So my only thought now is that it's further southwest in the next little bay, so it angled the other way is my guess. But I just blazed my own trail. I just went for it because I just couldn't find it. It's too bad. So pretty cut up and got stuck between trees with the canoe. Had to put the canoe sideways. Fell into bog. Stepped in bear crop. Black flies are horrendous. Just getting eaten alive there too. So, oh, it's brutal. The sun's coming down. I have looks like rapids are about 32 meter portage. And then I'm gonna start looking for camp because I'm not gonna make that. There's no way I can get into that 870 meter portage, especially if it's like this one. Just asking for trouble. I'm camping in the middle of the bush. Black flies. Next portage. It'd be sweet if I could just paddle right through here. I need that right now. Come on, let me through. Oh, that's all right though. Just a pull over. Thank you. Bonus. About 5:40. Gonna look for camp somewhere. I'm beat. That was a tiring day. Now for an objective of mine, for sure I gotta get on the water early. No messing around tomorrow. This is one of my longer days. And my last day to go home, so could spend another night. That's why I landed on a Saturday, so that it spills over on Sunday. But I am kind of looking forward to get home too. I miss the wife and the kids. The amenities. Oh, it's been an adventure so far. That's for sure. Oh, we're going right into the sunset. It's like I'm sailing off into the sunset. Pulling up to an island here that marked campsite. It looks like on this side. Let me see if I can see a fire ring or something. Usually on the points is where you'll see the campsites. You get a nice view, you get a nice breeze coming across there. Can you hear that? A bunch of ducks. Actually, those aren't ducks. I don't know what that is. It's hard to see out the sun in my eyes. Oh yeah, it sounds like ducks. Still haven't found any sign of a campsite yet. I think it's actually this side. I think I was reading the map wrong. Oh, there's a sign there. You can see that. It's a blue camp chair hanging from the tree. This is it. You can see why they left the camp chair. Right after that last portage, I bet. There we go. This is the makings of a really good campsite. See 2 fire rings. There's actually something comforting about that chair. It's the first sign of people other than marking tape that I've seen. You know you've been in the bush for a while when we got a tent pad there. Nice fire pit. Try to go out there. Camp chair. Oh, another camp chair. 2 camp chairs. Yeah. You don't want to be bringing those on these trips. My tripod stand is pushing it. Or my tripod seat is pushing it. Never mind the little camping chair. Another fire ring here. Oh, rope. I'll burn that later. Yeah, nice spot. Oh, some fire was here. It's funny, as soon as you get a little closer to civilization, I mean, we're getting a little closer to Side Rock and that too, that I guess somebody could come into this lake and not come from where I came from. We started to see more garbage and stuff. So, I don't know much going on over here. Could camp in just about anywhere. It's a little bit of a steep slope to it. Looks like the fire ring was here at one time. It's interesting how it goes up here. Got a lot of trees. Nice sight. My feet look gross. Being in wet shoes all day. I am hungry. I'm going to try something different today. Take a page out of the backpacker's manual. I'm going to make a ramen bomb. Ramen noodles. Jerky. And mashed potatoes. I think I boiled the jerky with the noodles first, with the right amount of water. Then add the mashed potatoes and let it sit. It's kind of a carb overload, and that's what I need after a day like today. Measure 2 cups of boiling water. So 2 cups. I'm going to do some guesswork here. I'm adding noodles as well. So well, I'm probably better off with less water. Mashed potatoes. So I'll just stick to the 2-ish and go from there. Just put the water in, and we'll see how this goes. That sunset, it's turning purple. Beautiful. Thumbs up to the ramen bomb. You can get a lot of good ideas from backpackers. And for canoe trips and portaging, it's somewhere in the middle. It's not as extreme necessarily as backpackers. Counting every ounce, because that's one of the nice things with a canoe. You can take a bit more. But it's trying to find balance, because I've been carrying around a fry pan this whole trip and I haven't caught fish. That's just dead weight. If I didn't have one, a fry pan, and that's catching fish and stuff, I'd probably be kicking myself. So when I'm not hanging, that's what I do. Put everything in airtight bags, put a cover on it, and then cover it, and then flip the canoe over. Also have a big mummy hook on the canoe, so I'll hear something if it's trying to get in. I always tie up my canoe really good at night. Been in some bad weather, you get hit with super strong winds. Can't afford to lose your canoe. Tie it up. It's just past 8 o'clock. I'm in bed again. Seems to be my routine. Had a fire, had a good meal. Got to get a good rest. Got a big day tomorrow. I'm behind today. There's that one portage. Pulled up to it, saw a rock cairn. Thought, hey, great. Took a few steps up and couldn't find any markings beyond that. I have no idea. I walked a couple paths, walked around when I was carrying my bag and couldn't see anything. Made my way to the lake, and it was terrible put in. It was just too thick. So I walked east along the shore, trying to look for markings. Didn't find anything, but found a spot that looked somewhat decent and gave me a path up onto the rocks. So from there, I just blazed my own trail on the way back. I used my GPS to make sure I kind of landed around where the canoe was. I was off a little bit, but it worked out better that way. Like at one point, the canoe got stuck between two trees when I was carrying it, and then I had to slide it sideways, but my pack was between the tree, and oh, it was ugly. It was boggy, deadfall everywhere. My legs are completely wrecked. Pretty scratched up. I thought about putting on my pants, but those would have ripped and got hung up anyway, so just plowed through it. Thank God I had hiking shoes. If you didn't have good footwear, it would be pretty dangerous actually. But finally made it through. I don't know where that trail is. I only thought it's the next bay over, so right from the rock cairn, angling, I guess, west-ish. My guess, it's been a while since someone's been through that path, because there was no signs, anything, no blazes, tons of down trees, was burnt, no flags anywhere. You think you'd come across other rock cairns, but I didn't see anything. So I don't know why there's just one. That doesn't make sense to me, but it's probably been a while. So anyways, got through it. I'm a little bit behind schedule now. Short little paddle, and then I have an 870 into the Wanapekau River. It's a big one. I'm hoping it's well marked. As soon as I pulled up to this campsite, there's a little bit of garbage, a couple camp chairs sitting there. So that tells me that it's a little bit more accessible for people that are at Wallace Lake. They go into Side Rock. Don't want to do the Buckwin portages. That's a long haul. So they do the few small portages, the 870, and then into this lake. I'm hoping that's what it is. I didn't see much sign of anybody else camping really from the direction I came from. So that's what I'm hoping. Hoping it's just a well-traveled trail and this is a popular spot. We'll see tomorrow, but for now it's night time. I'm going to go through some video just to delete some so I can have enough memory and hit the sack.